Io il venuto e vi ringrazio cordialmente per la vostra visita in occasione degli incontri della Fondazione Nizami a Vike a Roma.
Being in Rome has a special touch as well because we had an amazing meeting this morning with His Holiness.
Rome is definitely special. It's not only a holy city, but it's the city where the world politics was made.
Nizami Ganjavi International Center is working very seriously. We have always opportunities to meet the highest institutional authorities of the hosting state, like in this case, the President of the Republic, the President of the Senate. Even we were able to meet His Holiness the Pope. What is today the responsibility of Europe to deal with foreign crises and to help stabilizing?
During the last 10 years, Europe was more and more inefficient in terms of solving the problem of society, of citizens, for migration, for unemployment, for economic growth.
European Union is the really best project in human history. This is the peace project of prosperity. But now need idea, maybe institution, how European Union to be geopolitical actor in 21st century.
My personal experience is you have to have readiness to build a compromise. That's the best way to solve any problem. Europe, by definition, is based on the compromises, and I hope that this will continue, and the European Union especially, will be the clear sign that the peace is really possible.
I think that this platform that Nizami Ganjavi is providing us is giving us a great opportunity to be heard in a lot of places that should be hearing the thoughts that we share.
The generations now living are fortunate. They have not experienced war except those who come from the Balkans. And one of the reasons that Nizami Ganjavi interacts so closely with representatives from the Balkans is the feeling that what Eastern European countries who did join the European Union were able to achieve thanks to the stimulus and the example of the older members and what they had achieved by putting together this enormous acquis communautaire that we as well had to acquire.
This conference is launching a number of messages. These messages are extremely important also to, I would say, strengthen our wake-up call to Europe.
There is total consensus all over Europe, all over the world, how energy contributes to security. And we're going to talk about energy security today. Energy security for Europe is linked to the Southern Gas Corridor as a true provider of diversity and security.
We have brought a cooperation of nations with Azerbaijan, with Turkey, now with other nations that are joining this direction, a cooperation and an energy solution that is financially and politically and security-wise very viable for the parties that are going to get engaged.
As you must have discovered or read in the papers of this conference, the variety of issues of today and tomorrow.
All those topics that are the burning issues of the world of today.
The climate change and sustainable development goals is that kind of problem. No, not a single country is out of this problem. I mean, there is no borders for the climate change. Everything is included to sustainable development. The countries like Azerbaijan and Italy, Latvia, and other countries trying to take a leadership role in fighting this climate change is a crucial thing, because we have to understand and accept that we don't have a planet B.
I think we know the responsibility, we have the responsibility. It's about pushing for the leadership to really take those measurements, even though sometimes along the road, it's quite a difficult step to take, and sometimes maybe it's not the most popular one, but it's the right thing to do.
The climate change is a reality, so we have to deal with it that way. It's not something imaginable, philosophical, that might come or might not come. No, it is with us today. So it has to be given the priority and also put on the agenda of the most important international organs of cooperation now.
Being a member of Nizami Ganjavi International Center, it's not only an honor, it's also an interesting life, and it's also responsibilities.
Nizami was born in what is now Azerbaijan. This poet, who lived at the turns of the 12th and 13th century, was not just a remarkable epic poet, he was also a sage, a scholar, and a scientist for his day.
Come Dante, il poeta Nizami visse in un periodo attraversato da grandi conflitti, ma con una aspirazione cosmopolita.
We are all together with the same aim, talk to each other, and we come to some consensus or some proposal, then we can loudly advise this proposal to the others.
Mr. President, allow me to start by thanking you, and through you, the government of Italy and the people of Italy, for having hosted our high-level dialogue on violence in our societies and what should be done about it to promote peace and prosperity.
Complimenti per il vostro appuntamento, complimenti per il vostro lavoro.